In tab number 3 of your training manual, there's a document called How Glasses Change Your Vision, as you see here. There are 4 different basic types of glasses. Single vision glasses that are a single prescription throughout the glass. Bifocal glasses have a dual purpose. They're both for distance and for reading, with a segment at the very bottom for reading. Trifocal glasses have 3 levels of magnification, one at a distance, one intermediate, and the bottom level for reading. Typically, a pianist might use the intermediate for seeing the music, and the bottom segment for seeing their hands, and the distance segment for seeing the director. Progressive glasses have largely replaced trifocal glasses, and they are progressively more powerful as you go from the top of the lens down to the bottom. Now, this is what a typical prescription looks like on the glasses bags. The first line, OD, which stands for omnidextrous, which is Latin for right eye, that's the prescription. Sphere, cylinder, axis, and ad. The second line, omnisinister, is the prescription for the left eye. Sphere, cylinder, axis, and ad. Okay? The single vision glasses, if you hold a pair of single vision glasses in front of the bullseye chart, and there's a copy of this chart in this particular document in tab 3, and a larger, cleaner copy of it is in the very back of your training manual. So if you hold that pair of minus glasses in front of this bullseye, you'll see how the circles get smaller. Minus glasses make things smaller. Plus glasses make things larger. Now here's a pair of plus glasses. In this case, if you hold the plus lens in front of the bullseye, you can see the circles are getting much larger. So plus glasses make things larger. Here is a case where you have some astigmatism. If you might remember from this previous prescription, you can see you have a cylinder number for the left eye. So if you hold the left lens in front of the bullseye, the circles get larger because of the sphere number 3.75, but they also turn into ovals, which is because of the cylinder number. So you can see now by looking at this bullseye chart, the fact that it is plus, circles get larger, the fact that it is a sphere, that has some cylinder, and they are turns into an oval. The circle turns into an oval. I've drawn an imaginary line through that oval, and if you look at the protractor behind the scenes, this gives you the axis. See, the axis is 0, 3 in this case. Again, you can see this line is pretty nearly drawn right through axis of 3. Now here is the case we have a minus prescription, and again you have some astigmatism, some cylinder. You can see the line here on the right eye, and it's at the angle of 23, which is about exactly what you see here. Again, you see the left eye, the circles get smaller because of the minus prescription, and again you have the oval shape because of the cylinder. Now if you have prism glasses are used to correct the problem with the eyes where they're turning in, they're turning out, one eye's up, one eye's down, that type of problem. Here's a case where you have base out prism. You see how the prism, the edge of the glasses near the temple are much larger than they are in the center. So base out prism. And this is for eyes that turn in. Essentially, the prism basically refocuses the light so it goes straight into the eye, regardless of whether the eye is turned in or out, up or down. If it goes straight into the eye, then they don't see double, like they would see if it weren't for the prism glasses. We don't circulate glasses that have prism, as the number of combinations are virtually endless and really can't correct it. But sometimes when you have a turned eye, if you put a pair of glasses in front of the eye that matches the prescription, that eye will straighten right up. Happens frequently with children. Here are bifocal glasses, and you can see the segment of bifocals on the barcode, the bullseye chart. the circles. Again, you can see that things are getting bigger. But it's actually more obvious when you look at the vertical lines chart, which is also in this manual. You can see this is a pair of plus glasses that you see here from this prescription. And you can see the lines, when you're not going through the glass, are closer together than at the top, where they get much further apart, or if you look through the ad, they're very far apart. Now here's another pair of glasses that have a bifocal segment, but this is a kind of a hidden bifocal. People used to use those whenever they were embarrassed by the fact they had to wear bifocals that had this smooth-edged bifocal segment. You can see how it is a segment when you hold it in front of the lines chart. You can see how everything gets much, much wider in the bifocal segment. Now, progressive glasses are as the name implies. Things get progressively more powerful as you cast your vision from looking straight ahead to looking through the bottom part of your glass. If you hold a pair of progressive glasses in front of the bullseye chart, you really can't tell anything special. First of all, you know from the prescriptions they're minus, and you can see the circles get smaller, but they don't stand out as being unique, and you might even think that they're single vision glasses. But now if you look at them through the lines chart, you can see how the lines get closer together at the top, and they widen back up to the point that they're the same spacing as they are here. Now this is a pair of glasses that it actually has a zero prescription at the bottom. The ad is making it more plus and going from a minus 1.50 to a plus 0, to an absolute 0. And so the lines chart allows you to see that these glasses are progressive. Here's another example of progressive glasses. Again, you can see the oval due to the cylinder here on the left eye, -3. You see the oval. And here is the lines chart, and you can see how the lines get very narrow here when you're looking to the top, which is the most powerful part, and then become wide apart at the bottom. Here's another prescription. These are plus glasses. And again, you can see the cylinder, and very obvious from this left eye, with the cylinder of -3, you see the strong oval and the line going through it. But you can also see how the lines get wider apart. Since this is a plus lens, the lines are further apart at the top than they are behind the scenes. And you can see how they get much higher, further apart as you go from top to bottom. So this chart, this lines chart, and these bullseye charts allow you to take a pair of glasses and get some idea as to the nature of the prescription. That way, if you pull out a pair of glasses and you get a frown on the patient's face when you try them, even though they match the prescription, at least per the label, you might be able to use this technique to determine that perhaps these glasses have been measured improperly, or they're in the wrong bag, or something to that effect.